Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm sharing with you all my recipe for the classic chip up Saheena. This is the one made with dasheen bush, and of course if you didn't have dasheen bush, you can make it with blanched kale or Swiss chard and also with baby spinach. So if you guys would like to see how to make this delicious Indian street food that's great for Diwali time, keep watching. For this recipe, you're going to need your taro leaves, dasheen leaves, or elephant ears. And you want to wash those leaves really well. And then we're going to roll this up into a log. And then I'm just going to cut it into a half. And then I'll cut down strips. In this way, we'll make the pieces nice and small and manageable to work with. And then just chop this up. You don't want to chop it too big, but you want to give it a rough chop. Once you finish chop it, place it into a big bowl. Now we're going to add water. We're going to give it an additional wash. So the first wash was to get any sand that's out. Now we're going to squeeze in the juice of either half of a lime or one lime, depending on how much juice your lime has. This step is going to prevent it from scratching your throat. We're going to mix it really well, squeeze the lime juice, squeeze the leaves. So I would say mix it for about a minute. Wash it really well in that lime juice, and then you're going to take it out, drain, and set aside into another bowl. Now to this bowl, we're going to go in with green seasoning. In goes flour, yeast and baking powder, turmeric and jeera, along with salt. Next, split pea powder, and if you didn't have split pea powder, you can use soaked split pea and puree it into a paste. So give this a mix, and if you guys wanted to see the version with the kale and baby spinach, I'll link it as an end card or in the description box. That's also on my channel. So once you've given that a mix, now we're going to go in with lukewarm water, and we're going to add in the water a little at a time and mix. You do not want to add all of the water at once, because everyone's mixture is going to absorb a different amount of water, because depending on how much liquid or water you leave back in the dasheen bush is going to determine how much water you're going to add to this. So you want to add the water a little at a time and mix as you go, and then add again and mix. We're looking for something that's a little thicker than a cake batter. You want to be able to form these into patties. So this step is crucial, squeezing it in between your fingers. We're developing the gluten, which is going to form a nice Saheena. So you see how it looks? This is how it should look. So I'm going to just clean off my hands. The next step will be covering it and allowing it to rest for about 15 minutes to half an hour, or you can store this in your refrigerator and cook it off the next morning. In my frying pan, I'm going to add oil. You want your heat to be on a medium-low. You don't want to fry these on high heat where they cook really fast on the outside and they're raw on the inside. So let's check on our dough. It's risen beautifully. Now, to form the patties, what you need to do is grease your hands slightly with some oil. I like using oil. If you're accustomed using water, by all means go for it. Just be careful it doesn't splatter when you place it into the hot oil. So now I'm going to pick up about 2 tablespoons of that dough, and I'm going to open it out into my hand. You want to do about 1/4 inch in thickness, because as this fries, it's going to puff up. So just form your patties and place them into the hot oil. You see how the oil is just lightly bubbling? That's how you want it. You don't want the oil to be screaming hot. Now you're going to allow these to fry until they're golden brown. And you notice how small I made these? These are probably, I would say, 2.5 inches in diameter, if not 2 inches. And look how they're puffing up. You see the specks of dasheen bush in there. And if you didn't have dasheen bush, you can use choy bhaji, the leaves. You can use frozen baby spinach. Any type of green leafy vegetable you can try. I have a vegetable pylori. You guys should check that out. It's a really delicious one. I'll link it as an end card for you all. Or I'll link it in the description box. So once it's finished, drain. And then it's ready to be served. I'll leave a chutney recipe in the description box for you. Light and airy on the inside and so much dasheen leaves in there. Just serve with your favorite chutney and it's ready. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe. If you make it, tag me. Let me know what you think. Thank you all so much for joining me today. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.